Okay, Gaffer, so a tough game on Tuesday, wasn't it? What are your final sort of thoughts and feelings on what you saw?
I think, having watched the game back, got the objective data on it, with a better team. With a better team for large parts, the game development stats that we get. But we just didn't quite take a chances. We didn't, in some instances, recognise there were a chance to make a final pass or to shoot. On other instances, that little bit of quality let us down. On other instances, we've probed and we didn't quite, get the look or the run of the ball. So when you had all them factors in, like I say, having watched it back, I was really pleased with how we performed against one of the strongest teams in the league. Them and Bradford are probably the two strongest teams in the league. Doncaster not far behind, and I was really pleased with them. Not the result we wanted, but the performance levels were on the whole really good. So we've got to use a turn of phrase in Cheltenham week, get back on the horse and get back to winning ways.
Yeah, and obviously a quick turnaround, like we mentioned before. But how have the lads been preparation-wise and the mood in the camp in general?
Yeah, I think whenever a long unbeaten run sort of comes to an end, I think it hits harder, which is a really positive thing. In terms of it hurts more, but at the same time the lads know we're in a really good place. We've got 10 games to go. We're outside the playoffs on goal difference, I think, and we've got a great chance of having a really good season. Another tough game tomorrow. We know any team that Carl Robinson manages is a tough game. They're not in the greatest of forms, but anyone can beat anyone. They had 10 men for a long period of time on Tuesday. I just, if we turn up, like I've said for the last few weeks, we turn up and we play well, we'll give anyone a game. We've got no divine right to beat anyone, obviously. But if we turn up, we'll give anyone a game, and that's really important. So even when we haven't played our fluid best, 2 Tuesdays ago, we're still picking up points, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to make sure we play well and pick up points.
Yeah, and obviously there's no understating we're in a difficult moment with injuries for the time being, but there's positives with it as well. I mean, Henry Brown making the bench, how much does this period of games present opportunities for the lads to step up and for takeover players that are missing out?
Yeah, I think we've done that fairly well all the way through the season. On the season, you go to Wimbledon, who have won all 5 home games, and we go and beat them. We go to Gillingham, who were top of the league at the time, and lost at home for nearly a year, beat them. This is when people stepped up. There were lots of the data earlier on in the season were saying that we weren't a good team, because the manner of our victories suggested that we shouldn't have won games because of how we won them. And we couldn't do it any other way with the injuries that we've got, or we had. Now we're further ahead than that, much further ahead than that now. So, injuries are injuries. Notts County had some. I'm sure Salford have got some. Who we got a week after? Newport, they'll have some. I don't know what they've got, but I haven't looked at them yet. But they're part and parcel of the game. They're professional hazard in that sense. You're not going to hear me crying about it. If all 9 injuries were back, brilliant. But they're not going to be, so there's no point me bleating on about it. We've got a squad, and we've got a good squad. That's why we've put it together. And people will get opportunities, as simple as that. And if they do, we expect them to know the roles and do the jobs to the best of their ability. And if they do that, then I won't complain.
Yeah, and George McEachran, player not injured, he was missed out from sickness. Can you offer an update to the fans regarding George?
Yeah, he's getting back up to full speed. These kind of things, if it's a proper illness, which is what it was, you tend to lose 3, 4, 5 kilos. So and you can't replace all the fluids in 24, 48 hours, and you have to be a little bit careful that you're not predisposing them to an injury. But we're hopeful that come Saturday he'll be all right, but we'll see where he is, come Saturday morning.
Yeah, and Geza Turi, we know we spoke about him after the game on Tuesday night. He played over an hour, and Dara Burns came on for the last 30 minutes. How much do you need your January signings to help boost the group as well and keep us on what has been a good run of form?
Need everyone. Whether they're in this January, last summer, last January, we need everyone at the minute. It's as simple as that. Obviously, I thought Geezer was out. I thought he was the best player on the pitch for the first half, and for a first goal, for all the challenges that he had to sort of overcome, getting found out quite late in the day that he was going to be playing, starting, English football, a grass pitch or our pitch, new teammates, English football, a really good team in Notts County. All them challenges, I thought it was excellent, and that was really good, like really positive from our side. And Darrag's been a breath of fresh air since he's come into the football club. He's been excellent. He's got up to speed quickly. He understands the game. He's obviously played English football, and obviously Irish football for a while. And when he comes on the pitch, you think he's going to create and score a goal. So whether he starts or he's sub again, you're hopeful that he's going to create goals.
Yeah, we turn our attentions obviously to Salford City now. Like you say, they're not in the best of form at the moment, but what do you expect from them? Last game was a tough one, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, I think anyone in League Two can beat anyone. I think that's the first thing to say. And Salford aren't a poor team. Absolutely nowhere near a poor team. In fact, they're the opposite. They're a good team, and we've got to make sure we're right on it. So only 4 or 5 weeks ago now, when they drew with Bromley 3-3, after we just played Bromley, I've seen them. I saw them earlier on this season against someone, can't remember who. They're a tough team. They'll ask you questions. They've got threats. On Adelakin, obviously Cole Stockton shoots from anywhere, so he knows where the net is. They've got running eights, wing backs who will get forward. They're not going to die wondering, and they'll ask you questions in your defensive third. So we've got to limit that as much as we can and expose their weaknesses the other way. And like I say, it'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game without a shadow of a doubt. And
they're going to be desperate as well for that elusive away when they haven't won since January away. So it's going to, has all the makings for an exciting game, doesn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know that. For me, we've got to concentrate on ourselves. We're now in a position, whereas this time last year we were worrying about opponents and stopping X, Y and Z and A, B and C. We're now saying, right, what have they got to worry about us, and not being dismissive of anyone, at all. We've got to be mindful of what they will ask and what they will bring, but at the same time we've got to worry about ourselves primarily. And if we play well, then we've got a great chance of winning any game, whether it's Salford or Notts County or Newport. And we've got to make sure we get back on the horse quite quickly.
Yeah, and lastly, this Saturday is our dedicated Unite for Access match day. So we're hoping to see, I think it's nearly 750 not only grassroots clubs but disabled supporters clubs going to be sitting in the Osborne cheering us on. I'm sure you hope firstly they have an enjoyable day, but secondly they make as much noise as they can. Yeah, look, whenever we run these kind of initiatives, which is fantastic from the football club and obviously for the community, if there's one thing that we ask in return for the generosity is that you bring your singing voices. I hope they have a great day. I hope they see us win. I hope they see plenty of goals at that end from us, and I hope they cheer. And I hope, like I say, I hope everyone goes home happy and having enjoyed the hospitality on offer. So great initiative, great thing to do from the football club, and hopefully it's an enjoyable day for everyone.